If you are going to build a new technology system, if you have a new web development project, if you are going to migrate your e-commerce platform, and if you are doing over $5 million, before you start this project, you might need to do an advanced scope out. If you just have a wish list or a statement of work, you might not be ready to do that project because you have not really nailed down every single deliverable and every single requirement for this project. So if you were to start this project, you did not really plan it. It's not going to be efficient. This is where Optimum 7 comes in. For a nominal fee, we do an advanced scope out for your project. We give you a full breakdown and you can see your options. You can have your MVP, minimum viable product, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. You don't have to blow hundreds of thousands of dollars on the project. You can get your MVP first. Watch the rest of this video to see how Optimum 7 executes a scope out for a web development project. We will talk about how to do a scope out for a web app development project. Now, John, we get these kinds of projects often, and most of the time the challenge is somebody wants to do a project and they have a specific budget, let's say $100,000, $150,000, and they don't really have a plan of action. They kind of have an idea, and we call that a statement of work. A statement of work is something short and concise, but they don't understand or they don't know that they're going to need an advanced scope out, which is going to iron out the objective, the audience, the technology stack that needs to be done. When a prospect comes to us in this manner, what are the first couple of things that we ask them?
So the first thing would be, what objective are you trying to accomplish? The second would be, what problems are you trying to solve within the business? There's a lot of different things for like each of the businesses that are individual that we need to actually like dig into. So depending on the type of business, you're gonna have a different scope for it. And then the third is your results. So we're gonna want to build out a whole scope program that kind of touch upon all three of those factors.
Got it. Again, the first step is to have a statement of work that identifies what the client or what the prospect is trying to achieve. Now, with this statement of work, we'll give an example. Let's say you're trying to do a system where you want to integrate with a bunch of drop shippers or suppliers. Let's say Shopify or BigCommerce is in that mix. And then let's say you're trying to build an API integration and you're also trying to automate the PO process. Now, when you talk about an automated e-commerce dropship supplier integration in this manner, we need to understand who the players are, which is, which integrations do we need to do? Then we need to understand the backend side of things, how the data will flow. Do you have an inventory management system? Do you have an ERP? Which third-party APIs do we need to integrate with? That could be Shopify, or you could be using something like Shipworks or ShipStation that you need a custom flow on. Once we nail that down, the back-end side of things, that is then we're going to look at the front end. What functionality or feature do I need to build on the front end to make your web app development project possible? So these are some of the things that we focus on. So John, the question that we get the most is also, how much does this scope out cost, right? Because most prospects are concerned about this cost. So if I wanted to do a scope out project for something advanced, let's say like a SaaS integration, what would that cost?
Well, it really depends. Each project is different, but they usually range anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 depending.
Got it. And the reason that there are different reasons you want to do a scope out. So most companies, and I don't want to say most companies, some of the development companies you go to, you give them the idea, they're like, yes, perfect, we can do it. And they quote you $90,000, $150,000. But they don't even understand the complexity, the business objectives, the detail, the technology stack, the different back-end and front-end functionalities. So it's not in your best interest to go and waste $100,000 following just an idea. What a scope out enables you to do is the following. You can pay $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 for a scope out. Then you have this technical specification that's going to be 50 to 100 pages. Everything nailed down from single sign-on if you want to use Facebook, Google, or Twitter to create accounts or to log into accounts, to what the payment integrations need to be, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Then you take the scope out document and you can actually open it for bid, because then you can get the right pricing from different developers. So it's actually in your best interest from a cost efficiency standpoint and time efficiency standpoint to go through a scope out process. So that's it with the scope out. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel for more videos on marketing, e-commerce, custom development, and much more. Plus, new episodes of Surge, our weekly e-commerce and digital marketing podcast released every Wednesday.